Okay, I've seen many people asking about what to use for dimmers on your antique Christmas lights, and this is a solution that I have come up with here that I've been using for many years. I just had to change this wall dimmer switch out of this thing because I hooked up a shorted out set of old lights up to it, and when I tried to light them up it shorted out and I blew the dimmer switch up. So how I do this is maybe a little different than how some people would do it, but I use a modern outlet on this, and I'm doing this kind of how they used to do this back in the old days when they used to put a wall switch on your outlet in like your living room or whatnot. And you can see there's a little strap on this outlet along with 4 screws. What you can do is you can shear like a common wire on one side. Then on this side I cut the strap off in it, so I can have 2 circuits hooked up to this on a common wire. What happens by doing this other wire actually just goes to, this black wire is actually the line cord coming in that's hooked to this, and this is actually still feeding both of these screws. The other black wire from the line cord goes to the back of the dimmer switch on the black terminal, and it also has this other wire here hooked with it, which makes this top outlet 120 volts when this cord is plugged in. This other wire goes to the switch terminal, goes to the terminal on this dimmer switch. So like you'd have, the way that I got this configured, you got the black screw here, that's where your line cord comes in, and the wire that's hooked on from the 120 volt outlet of the 120 volt side of this outlet. This other wire that's on the bottom of this outlet is actually hooked to this other screw, so it's controlled by the dimmer switch. I'm going to put this together real quick and we'll show you how it works. Now, I've had very good luck with using this. I've been using this dimmer switch set up here for probably close to 10 years. This thing drastically improves the life of your light bulbs. Makes them run a lot cooler too. Takes a little bit of work to get these screws in here. Now obviously with this thing you wouldn't run a whole bunch of lights off of this one cord anyways. This switch is only rated for 500 watts, so that would be about the maximum that you would want to run off it. Let's see if this thing fits on here like it's supposed to. It does. No. I've used this for a long time. I usually have a skirt under my Christmas tree, so it's pretty easy to actually hide this thing. So it is kind of ugly, but there's usually all kinds of Christmas presents and everything under your tree, so there's usually all kinds of place to tuck this away where it's out of sight. Maybe I can't get this stupid screw in this thing. I don't know. Huh. Pretty well lined up too. Isn't that a bummer? That one goes right in. may have to mess with this one later on. Yeah, well, I'll mess with that later. I'm going to test this. Alright, so I had this marked as, I usually just take a marker and mark this as off. Nothing more irritating than plugging these things in and having that dimmer switch on 100%. So I'll plug that in. Now I got a set of C9s here. I'll plug these into the 120 volt side, and as you can see, they just come on bright. And I've got a set of C6s here. Plug this in. As you can see, we can bring them up gradually. Now, what I've done in the past with these, when I've used multiple sets of C6s on this, I just stack them. You know, and that's what the stackable plug's for. You can plug quite a few sets of them together. Anyways, I guess the reason I did this rather than going right to the wall outlet with the 120 volt direct current plug is because I like just having one plug in my wall receptacle. When I want to shut my Christmas tree off, I just walk up and I just pull the cord. I hope this helped you guys out, and it was a little bit informative for you. I've had pretty good luck with these. Like I say, these bulbs aren't getting any newer and they're not getting any easier to get, so this will prolong the life of these old C6 light bulbs, or C7s or C9s. So I hope this was informative and I had a good time showing you this thing to you. Have a good evening.